Navigate on autopilot. What the hell has happened? What is going on? I can't even turn it off. What? Now it's indicating right. My hands are on the wheel. It will not change lanes. What is going on? Whoa, hey. Whoa, Jesus. Oh my God, I want to follow that van because it's got cones in the back of it. I wanted to see a car with cones driving on it. Welcome back everybody to Tesla Driver. I hope you're doing very well. Today we're going to be doing the complete route of the M50 and we're going to be trying to come off at a couple of the junctions. Now last time I did this, you'll remember that it kind of cocked up and it was actually pretty scary because it was like telling me that it couldn't do autopilot, it couldn't do navigate on autopilot, and it couldn't bring me off the motorway, and I had to take control on the motorway. And I really hope that that's not a common thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to look ahead and see when all the next junctions are coming up, and we're going to basically set the navigate on autopilot to come off at each junction, and we're going to see how well it does, and hopefully each time it's going to be successful. I'm just going to clean everything up front just in case, so that everything is nice and clean. There can't be any excuses. And then we're going to come off on our first one just here. So first of all, I need to navigate to this area, which is 2 miles away, and that should put us in navigate on autopilot. Yeah, there we go. And then it should tell us to go for the overtake, so we'll do exactly that. Now it is quite sunny today, the sun is shining down on us, but hopefully that doesn't make any difference, and hopefully the car can just see past all of the lights really easily. Now we also have a lot of construction down here, which is why I came down this route. I wanted to see how it deals with all the cones coming up, and kind of, I think it changes your lane as well as you go. And so like, for example, you can see that there's a cone on the left there. Is it gonna pick that cone up? No, interesting enough, it didn't pick it up, or at least it wasn't bothered, and it didn't need to pick it up. So we're gonna be going into the left lane. The car's decided not to, and now it's going over. So it took a little bit longer there than normal. And here we go, now we've got some cones, and you can see that the car has picked up those cones nicely there. And for some reason, that is apparently what we needed to see in this update was cones, which is a little bit funny. Okay, we've got a mile until our first exit. Now, on the other side of the road is where I had that issue where it didn't exit properly. It's asking me to change lane, but because I've only got a mile, actually, you know what? I'm going to, and I'm just gonna see what it thinks of that. Is it going to be able to do it in a mile? Because it has told me to do it. So this is the car saying, yeah, you should be all right to overtake this lorry around this corner. Which it has done very well. And now it's asking me to get back into that left lane, which it's not doing. Oh, okay. It decided not to do it, and then it pushed me back into this lane. Let's try that again. There we go. Now it's done it. So that was a little bit wobbly there. And I've got to say, in version 10, navigate on autopilot and on the highways and motorways like this, it doesn't seem as good for some reason. Now, please don't end navigate on autopilot before the exit. I don't think it's going to. It's going to bring us down this exit correctly. That did that really nicely. And it's following this lane. It's slowing us down, slowing us down, slowing us down all the way. And you can see how tight left turn this is. And you can see that the car has done it. It's still turning. Oh, okay, then it wasn't tight enough to turn around that final corner there. So that was a little bit of an issue. But I've just realized what I've got to do here is actually do a full UE. So our next junction now isn't for a long time. I'm gonna put it on navigate on autopilot here and see if it just pushes me over to that lane. It has pushed me over to it. It did want me to indicate over to the lane, but it ended up pushing me over instead anyway. So at least that works. You can see that it won't go over a solid line, but when the line was dotted, it would push itself over if it needed to. Now, how do I cancel this? There it is, up there. Oh, and apparently you can use 3 fingers to do stuff as well. Wow, you can actually move the whole map with 3 fingers. I never knew that. That's really quite cool. Okay, that's really awesome. So, how do I get this back though? how do I get my car back on here? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave it and it should recenter itself. There we go, it's recentered itself. So it worked really well actually on that first pull off. The navigate on is still a little bit strange, but it still did it properly and it still was able to get onto the motorway. We've now got 6 miles until our next area. So let's fast forward while it's all nice and easy and get to some interesting bits. And it looks like we're coming into a little bit of a speed controlled area as well, which again, it's not gonna slow down for. So I'm gonna have to bring it down myself for it. What I actually want to do here is I'm gonna go in the right lane, and I want to see what happens when this road comes to an end. I want to see if the car actually pushes over by itself. There's no one behind me, there's no one around, so don't worry. Yeah, here we go. So this is where I assume the cones are going to be. So we've got to bring it down here so we don't get caught by the speed cameras. And the car, in theory, should push itself across. Will it? I'm honestly not sure. So let's just find out, shall we? Now it's asking me to change lane, but I'm not going to change lane. I'm going to stay in this lane, and I'm going to allow the cones, hopefully, to just push me into the left lane. Oh, I don't think it was going to, and I wasn't going to let it go any further like that. That was really hairy. It just wasn't going over close enough. It really wanted to stick in that lane. But you can see how well how well it's tracking. Whoa, okay, so we're following. See these very slight lines? It's following them. Look, it's going a little bit. Whoa, okay. It's not sure. It's really not sure. So it's not using the cones here, because this is a single lane in the middle here. It's not using the cones here to track. It is still using the markings on the road, and I'm being really, really careful because I don't want it to track that left line all of a sudden and throw me over there. By the way, through these average speed checks, I go 55 and I've never got a ticket. So it should pull us off here. Here we go. And this is through a construction zone as well. So how's it going to do? No, it doesn't. It turns off navigate on autopilot. It's turned it off. We're slowing down. It didn't take the turning, and now we've missed the turning. So I'm going to have to cancel that. And we're going to have to go, and we're going to have to come off at the next junction, which is, I'm not sure how far away. I'm just going to let the car do its thing for a minute while I focus on this, because look at the amount of cones. But the car's sticking to this like middle line and the left line. It's not sticking, you know, straight in the middle of the cones. But it's not necessarily a problem. It's actually doing it really quite well still. We've got a guy pull up behind us now, so I'm intrigued to see actually, is it going to pick him up in the camera as well as all the cones? No, it doesn't pick up the car behind us. And the car behind us, by the way, is really close. He's right there. So I'm not sure why it's not picking him up yet. Trying to find what the next exit is. So now the cones have disappeared. Where's it going to put us in this lane? Again, it's following this very, very slight line here, as almost it's like it's God line that it needs to follow. And it doesn't change the color of the cones, by the way. I think Holly was very excited to see it change the color of the cones, but that's not what it does, sadly. All right, here's the next junction off. 7.9 miles away. There we go, navigating autopilot's back on. And you can see the car in front, for example, is actually on the right-hand side, whereas our car's decided to take kind of more a left approach to this. But it's doing it all very well. I'm really happy with how it's doing the cones. Because previously, I wouldn't trust it on this at all. I think I'd be all over the place on version 9. So here we go, we've got some lines crossing over again. That might tuck us in a bit. No, it ignored those lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring it off autopilot. I'm going to go on the other side of the line. You see there, it's trying to correct me. It's trying to correct me. So I'm going to try it here. And yeah, it's throwing me over to the left again. Yeah, throwing me all the way over to the left. So it really wants me to stay over here on the left. It doesn't like it when I go over there to the right. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to see. So I'm going to let go very slightly the wheel. And it should just ease me over itself. Is it going to? Oh, it kind of did, but it didn't show any blue lines. But you can see it's kind of just going across the lines. It's getting quite confused about what it should follow and what I'm asking it to do. Again here, it's almost moving the lines for me as I go over them. So it's like, oh, I know there's lots of, whoa, okay, left, right, that was a little bit hairy. Again here, you see it's following this left line and trying to squeeze us in that lane. But all the cones here push us over to the right-hand side. That was a little bit abrupt. But it still did it. So it did the job fine. And now we've come out of our traffic area. And what does the car do? Does it just keep us in this lane? Yeah, it looks like it's going to keep us in this lane, so I'm just going to speed us up to 70. It wants to get us into this left lane. And there we go. So that was actually pretty successful with the cones. Let's go back on the other side of the road and try the cones on the other side. Interesting. So Navigate on Autopilot has turned off for whatever reason, and I'm not sure what that is. We're still just driving exactly the same as we are before, but now it's turned off, which isn't good. So let's turn it off again and try and turn it back on and just see if that fixes it. No, you see, might be restored on the next drive. So what has happened in that mile that has turned off Navigate on Autopilot? It really does baffle me, because I'm not... Oh, and now we're back on. It seems a little bit strange. It doesn't know what it's doing, or it's like, oh yeah, I might work. Oh no, actually no, I can't work. It's just like hit and miss at the moment. So we're coming out to some traffic here, but we are coming off on the next junction over this bridge. So we will need to get in, but I'm gonna wait until the car tells me that I need to get in. And we are gonna follow Navigate on Autopilot and see what it says. We've only got 1.3 miles. So I think we're gonna have to get in after this lorry in front. Indicating over, is it gonna do it? No, oh, it did, but Navigate on Autopilot has now turned off again? Why? Why is, as soon as I did that as soon as I did the lane change, it turned off. And that's not good, because I've got to turn off in a few seconds. And obviously, that's not working anymore, so I'm just gonna have to do it myself, which is really annoying because I wanted to see Navigate on Autopilot do another exit. Okay, it's now gone. Is it gonna do it? It's slowing me down. It's slowing me down. It's still slowing me down. So it kind of knew that I was turning off because it slowed me down, but not 100%. We're coming back onto the motorway now, but as you can see, Navigate on Autopilot still not working. Auto steer's not working. Aha, there we go. Okay, we're back on. And Navigate on Autopilot is on, interestingly enough. So let's see it do this. This could be quite impressive if it's gonna do this properly. Yeah, do the lane change. Let's go, up to 70. Whoa, okay. Not sure what that was about, but it wanted to do a little bit of a swing first for some reason. That was really strange. But now we're back on the motorway and Navigate on Autopilot is working again. I honestly cannot tell you why it turns off and on. I just don't have a clue. Navigate on Autopilot again has turned off. I don't know what for. The only thing I think it is when there's no shrubs or nothing on the side here, and the sun glares down on the cameras for a consistent and like, you know, 10 to 15 seconds. And look, it's back on because we went through all that shade. I think that is what it is. I'm pretty sure it's that left camera getting too much sunshine and it's going, no, I can't see as well as I want to, so I'll turn off. I'm not 100% sure if that is the case. Let me know what you think in the comment section on what the case is, but it is quite annoying, and again, it needs to be sorted, and it's something pretty new to version 10. I've not seen it do this before. Okay, it's refusing to change lanes here. Look, it's completely refusing to change lanes. My hands are on the wheel. It will not change lanes. What is going on? Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, now it is. No, it's not. What is it doing? I honestly, this is maybe the worst it's been. What is going on right now? We're going left again. This following different lines is new. The no lane change is completely beyond me. I don't know what that is about. All right, let's try this lane change again. Here we go. Change lanes, car. It is refusing, and I've got a car coming up behind me, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. I honestly have not a clue as to why that is not changing lanes, but it's just completely refusing to change lanes. And I had a car coming up behind me, and for some reason it's indicating left. What is going on? I can't even turn it off. What? Now it's indicating right. Oh my God, this is a little bit buggy, and I don't know what the heck to do about it. It's really strange. coming into a 50 now, so I'll slow it down a little bit. Jesus Christ. There you go, seeing its first load of cones here. What would be really cool, navigating on autopilot's turned back on again after it turned off. What would be really cool is if it showed you each of these signs, so it could like read the signs. Because here it's clearly saying that the right lane's gonna come to an end to get over. It'd be cool if the car was trying to do that. And again, it's turned off. What is up with this? Yeah, I don't think I'm too happy with this. This isn't working well. It's back on again. And now I think we're going to be pushed over. Look at this, we're being pushed and pulled between the lanes. All the cones have appeared again, so that's good, and that's very obvious on the screen. Holy shit, that's a lot of cones. And now hopefully we should navigate and follow the cones to whichever lane it's trying to put us in here. Okay, let's see what it does. It's not sure. It's gonna flick in a minute to a different lane. It's got to, really. It's getting too close to these cones on the left. This is almost making like a double lane. Jesus. Oh, going right, going left, going right, going left, going right. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. Okay, yes, all right. We're now kind of steady. I think maybe because there's a car in front of us, we're now going steady behind this car. Oh God, going right now. Yeah, we're going right now, guys. No, we're going back over to the left. I know that the increments are so small, but when you're not driving, like I said, and you're in control, but you're kind of not, you feel every small movement. But we're definitely now following that BMW in front. You can see that it's now nice and sturdy. It's rock steady down the center because of that BMW. That being said, I've now been pulled over to the left-hand side. Oh, man. I honestly thought that with the cone recognition, it would ignore the lines because the lines are almost invalid. The cones are directing us, not the lines at this point. Now we are coming off in a mile. And again, I'm intrigued to see what the car does, but you can see that the line here just flicking and changing and swapping. It's not 100% sure what it wants to do here. It says an upcoming lane change. That's a little bit worrying because there's not an upcoming lane change. I'm going to cancel that. And that doesn't mean the junction, by the way. It does mean it wanted me to get in a left lane, but there is no left lane. It's just a middle lane. It's a little bit better. Starting to slow us down a bit here. I think everyone's slowing down. So it's be interesting to see how it works for the turning off here. Oh my God, a little bit left, a little bit right. It wants us to be in that left lane to come off here. Is it going to do it itself? Construction detected. Right, I'm going to indicate left to go into this left lane. The car, whoa, it wasn't doing it. It was refusing to do it. And even at that point, whoa, hey, whoa, Jesus Christ. What? What? It swung us in, swung us out. Right, navigate on autopilot. What the hell has happened? Like, seriously, what has happened to it? It's, oh my God, I want to follow that van because it's got cones in the back of it. Please, no one come. I'm going to get up to it. I'm going to get to that van. This could look awesome. No, don't turn. Ah, I didn't get to see what it was going to look like. I wanted to see a car with cones driving on it. Oh, that would have been so good to see. So, yeah, let me know what you think down below, guys, about Navigate on Autopilot there. It wasn't great at all. Some things were quite cool, I guess, but in general, it was a little bit of a failure. We've got some more cones there that it did pick up as well, which is great. but weirdly it didn't navigate itself with the cones. What I was expecting was for when there to be cones like that, you know, that actually follow you around, or they're down there, that actually follow you in lane, the car should ignore these lines because the cones are what's directing us. And then it does need to turn quicker and get into its own lane faster, because as you saw, it just wobbled left, right, and if there were people around us there, that would have been really, really bad, and, you know, it could have been very, very dangerous. So that does need to be sorted out, and I'm really surprised in this update of how it dealt with it, I guess. Just, I was expecting a lot more. Let's do a tiny bit of roads, why not? I'm gonna give you like a few minutes of these roads. Like I said, I love longer videos. Whenever I watch other Autopilot videos, because I watch a lot of them, I always wish they were longer. Interesting, had to brake there, that was a little bit hard for it. I always wish for longer videos because there's always more to see. And for some reason I find it very relaxing. I actually watch a lot of car videos when I go to bed. It's very relaxing to watch people drive. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here because I don't wanna show you all of these kind of roads, because I do wanna do these roads in a video later on. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Leave a like if you liked the video, dislike it if you didn't like it for whatever reason. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next one. Oh my God, it's going faster at this corner. Slow down, car. Yeah, slow down. Whoa, why are you speeding up? Why does it do that? Slow, no, stop going and speeding. Just keep it a nice, there we go. We made it round the corner. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Don't forget, drive safe.